Welcome to these. Welcome to any new person who's going to be joining. What up to Pata in the process of this simple webinar on an introduction to WordPress. Sophie, karibu. Welcome. Welcome. Hello. To everyone who is joining, we're about to start. When we start, if you have a question, you can use this side over here. This chat with everyone platform. You can ask any question. And in any case, this one is just a platform to help you just grasp an introduction into WordPress. We are still together on that, Sindio? Yeah. So ideally, WordPress is a content management system. So is my voice very clear? All right. Now, to start us off, we're going to have this simple presentation. And to anyone who is joining, maybe you can switch off your microphone and maybe switch it on when maybe you have a query or a question. That works well, Sindio. Now, this is WordPress. WordPress, this one is just a simple PowerPoint presentation on an introduction to WordPress. And WordPress is actually a content management system. And as you can see over here, WordPress is a free open source website creation platform. So it helps you create websites. It's a content management system that is written in PHP. PHP is a programming language. And it uses a database by the name of MySQL. And ideally, WordPress was actually created as a blogging tool in the past. And it currently accounts to quite a number of, like 43.3% of websites in the world currently are actually created using WordPress. So WordPress is actually a very good solution for anyone who wants to create a website. And you don't need any coding knowledge, maybe knowledge on HTML and CSS. You just need to understand how to use the various intricate tools in WordPress. Now, this is a brief example. This one is a brief layout of the WordPress dashboard. And this is actually where you manage everything about your website. So we're going to be looking into that in a few minutes. But this class is ideally an introduction on how to create websites using WordPress. To the many individuals when tunasoma online, those who are taking my course, they've actually gone through this presentation maybe in the first period. So a WordPress website is any internet site or any website that uses WordPress as its content management system. Now, ideally, there are quite a number of content management systems. There's a content management system by the name of Wix. I think most of you have actually heard of Wix. There's another one called Joomla, and there are quite a number. There's another called Webflow, and what they do is that they actually is in the creation of websites. So up to now, are we together? Tuko pamoja, right? Now, so websites that you can create using WordPress. Number one, you can create blogs. Blogs, obviously, like I'll give you a good example of a blog. We have a blog like Tuko. So you can create blogs and create a blogging website using WordPress. Number two, you can create an e-commerce website. That is where you can sell goods and services. And what you're actually going to do is to install a plugin. And a plugin is going to help, the plugin actually that you're going to be using for maybe to create an e-commerce website is called WooCommerce. And WooCommerce is a very powerful tool. It helps you create websites that you can collect payments, you can add products, you can set categories, and then you can set tags. At the same time with WordPress, you can create business websites. You obviously know what a business website is. And with WordPress, actually, it's very easy to create such a kind of a website. Another thing that you can create using WordPress is a membership website. A membership website allows you to create content behind a paywall or an account login. To access pages or posts, user must sign in or pay for the content. So you can create a membership website Nowadays, most blogs are actually using this function where you have to pay some money so that you can access the content. Number 2, you can create a portfolio website. A portfolio website is where you can showcase maybe what you do. Like I'm a graphic designer, I'm going to use a portfolio website to show what I actually do as a person or as a company. Again, with WordPress, you can create a forum website. A good example of a forum website is Quora, where people ask questions and they get answers. Lastly, we have event websites. You can create event websites. That is, maybe if you have an event, you can create an event. You can create a website using WordPress, and you can sell tickets actually. Next, we have e-learning websites, and a good example is my website itself. You can create such a website using WordPress. You can create a wedding website. That is, maybe you have your special day and maybe you want to showcase it to a large number of individuals. You just create a very simple website, and you can actually add a form where people can say that they're going to be attending. Now, what are the advantages of WordPress? Number 1, it is cost-free. You just need to install WordPress into a domain name. It's very simple and it's very flexible and it is very easy to use. I want us to go so fast and so that we can get into the practical part. But the next part is you don't need to know how to code when maybe you want to use WordPress. You just need to understand the things that are used in WordPress. That is themes and plugins. You can actually do a lot of things with plugins in WordPress. They improve functionality. We have plugins on e-commerce. We have plugins on search engine optimization. That is SEO. We have backup plugins. And we also have contact forms. These are actually very many. They have actually very many plugins that you can use for this case. Lastly, we have very many customized WordPress themes that you can use to maybe create an appearance for your website. And lastly, website security. While no website platform is 100% secure, WordPress security continues to improve with vigilant security through a team of code developers and users. So WordPress is actually open source and it's continuously being upgraded each and every time. You have various updates on WordPress itself. So that's just a bit of an introduction into WordPress. So to anyone who's never heard about WordPress, WordPress is a content management system. That is, it helps you just create websites. Now, one thing about WordPress is that you don't actually need to know how to use maybe programming languages or maybe HTML and CSS like it was traditionally. You just need to understand how to use themes and plugins in WordPress. Now, I think with that, we are all set. So what I'm going to be trying to show you is how you get started in WordPress. Now, for anyone who's maybe interested in creating a website using WordPress, and maybe you don't have a domain. A domain is a name. A domain name is the name of your website. Now, this part of this first class actually is just an introduction into themes, into things we call themes and plugins. And then slowly we're going to proceed on to the creation of a website. So like a brief example, for those who've been taking my course, there's a plugin that is called, the name of the plugin is called, it's called Loco WP. If you go to this website by the name of locowp.com, you don't have to worry. This video is actually going to be recorded. So in any case, if you want to remind yourself, you're just going to come back to this place. So locowp.com is actually like a place where you can come and download a local WordPress host for your PC. So what you do is you just click on download, and it's going to download a very huge file. But once you install it, it allows you to create local WordPress hosts, maybe a local WordPress website, or using your computer as maybe the server actually. So if I click on this part, this is the software. I already have it installed, and quite a number of those students who are taking my course have actually installed this particular software. It's actually free to download. Once you download it, you just install it, and you can actually create a site. So this is just how you create a very simple site. So like I will come after you install the software, it's actually for the first time you install a software, it's going to ask you to create a website. So currently, maybe if you've already opened up like this, the software itself, that is local, you're just going to come and click on add local site, and you're going to click on create a new site. Then you're going to click on continue. You're going to give your website a name, that is my new website. And for the advanced options, you just leave them as they are. Then you're going to click on continue. just leave it as it is. That is preferred. And then you're going to give your a username for your, maybe for your account. So maybe you can give it admin. You can just give it like such a name, and then we can set a new password. We can even set a new password and say admin new as the password. So that's the simple password. You just leave it as it is for now. So to anyone who is joining, karibu, welcome, feel welcome. It's this is just an introduction into WordPress, and don't worry, this is going to be pre-recorded for you so that you can access it even after this simple webinar. So after you're done inputting your WordPress username and WordPress password, up to that point, tuko pamoja. Are we together? We are together. All right, now we have the username, that is admin new, and we have the WordPress password. And then what you need to click on is just click on this part, that is add site. And it's going to now start setting, it's now going to set it up for you over here. And it's going to create all the various folders on your PC. Now that is how you create a local WordPress host for your PC. This allows you to practice how to create websites using WordPress without having to buy a domain name. But for this case, I'm going to be showing you how to create a website using a domain name. And a domain name is basically the name of the website. The name of the website, like maybe I could have my website as www.elvis.maybe.com, maybe something like that. That is a domain name. Maybe you can have a website by the name of maybe Joseph Minor, or maybe Joseph Otieno .org. We can have the various names for maybe the various websites. So it's when it sets up, you're going to have to grant some few permissions, because it's going to be trying to use your computer as a local host. So that is how you use local WP. But for now, what I'm going to be trying to show you is how you could create a live website. Now, a live website is something like this. Let me just come and search for like my website over here. My website is elvisw.online. So this is my website actually. And when it opens up, we have this one is a domain name. This is the name of the website. That is elvisw.online. And what you first need to do when you want to create a website is actually get a domain name and get hosting. Now, hosting is storage for your website on an online server. Now, in Kenya, like a brief example, I'm going to use an example of Kenya. We have a company by the name of Host Pinnacle. Host Pinnacle is a company that I think, this is the only company that I think personally for me meets the requirements of website hosting in Kenya, because it provides an array of services, and it's actually one of the best website hosting companies in Kenya. To those who are joining, welcome. This is just an introduction into WordPress, how to create websites using WordPress. So the class is going to be pre-recorded, so you can access it on YouTube for free, no charge. But this is just a quick introduction into using WordPress as a content management system to create websites. Now we're in the part where you purchase hosting. That is where you do where you purchase hosting and domain registration. So first of all, you need to make sure that you have an account on a website like this one, that is Host Pinnacle. And let's say you want to get a domain name. So let's say we're going to use www.elvis. Let me just use my full name .com. Let me search. You have to search for the availability on of that domain. So mostly it actually sifts through quite a number of domain registries to find whether the domain is available. So when it does that, it's actually going to get that it's that particular domain name is readily available. So what you do is that you add to cart. When you click on add to cart, it's going to ask you to check out. So if you click on checkout, this is where you come in to this part. Then you have to buy hosting. That is storage for your website on an online server. Hosting, remember that, it is storage for your website. So you don't have hosting already because you don't have maybe the server infrastructure. So what you're trying to do is get a third party to do that for you. So if you click on this part, that is add hosting, you can actually get all the various plans that this company has. So maybe one time you're a professional web designer, and this is a process that you actually have to go through in creating a website for a client. So we have starter hosting package, and this one you pay 1,000. We pay 19.99 shillings in a month, yearly. Sorry, this one is an annual charge that is around 2,000 shillings. And all these hosting packages have different, maybe different properties and different features. But normally for me, when I'm creating a website for a client, I prefer to go with this one that is 3,999 annually, so that maybe the website gets, first of all, it's going to get 100 GB disk space. That is disk space on that particular server, and we have all the various features on of that particular website. Sorry, of that particular package. That is the standard hosting package. Like this one goes for 4,000 shillings annually, and you get free lifetime domain registration. So you're not going to pay for a domain. You have to renew that for that particular. Like for an example, is that domain that you're trying to purchase. That is elviswarotumo.com. So when you're trying to purchase that domain, there's an annual charge that you have to pay each and every year to renew that. But with this package, you don't have to. You're not going to pay for that charge every year. It's going to be free. And then you're going to get access to email accounts. An example of an email account is, let's say we have an info@mybusiness.com, info at maybe someone's name.com. And that's basically how you go about first getting hosting for your website. So hosting is actually storage for your website on an online server. We are good up to that point? All right. Now, when the moment you purchase hosting these, so let's say we click on this part that you say order now. It's actually going to prompt us to use a domain. That is a domain that we already have. Like this one is what we have. We're going to click on use, and once you purchase, it's now going to take you to the next step where you're going to come and where you proceed on to payment. Where you pay, and you have to set up an account. So what I'm going to be showing you is a brief example of some few domains that I've purchased using the same company, that is Host Pinnacle. So I'm going to log into my account, and when I log into my account, it's going to show me all the various maybe cPanels that I've purchased from the particular website. And as you can see, we have quite a number of websites actually. We have these. We have quite a number. I have actually done quite a number of websites on the same. So ideally, this is just how you get started in purchasing hosting. That is hosting for a website. But in any case, assuming you didn't want to do hosting, and you just decided that maybe what you'll do, I don't know why these sometimes fails, but these actually sets it actually takes some time to set up. Yeah, I think now it's all right. So this is local. Let's just go back here a bit. Once you've set up your website, that is when you've set up your local website. You just have to allow this part, that is one-click admin, so that you're able to log into the WordPress dashboard of that particular website. So if I click on WP admin, it's going to take me directly to the WordPress admin page of that particular website, and I have to proceed on with installation. Click on continue. We can give our website a title, so we can give it my new website. You can give it a username. We can give it admin. You don't need to install. You don't need to have an email address, but you can just input it if you prefer to. Then you don't have. Make sure you don't check on this. And this one you're using a local WordPress host. That is local WP. So we're going to click on install WordPress, and it's going to be installed onto that particular domain. So you can save the password maybe on your PC. That is on your personal computer, and you're going to click on login. So that's how you actually create a local WordPress website. You're using local website hosting. That is this is a program actually. It's called Local WP, which is a very good software for anyone who wants to get started in creating websites using WordPress. So as you can see, we have our WordPress dashboard already set up. This is what we have now as our WordPress dashboard, and there are quite a number of things. But now let's finish up on these so that we can have a brief introduction into the same. So once you purchase hosting on this side, they give you access to something we call a cPanel. And the cPanel is where you actually manage everything about your website. So assuming today you created a website, you wanted to create a website. First, you have to have access to these cPanel, and the cPanel allows you to access a lot of things about your website. So if I wanted to install WordPress onto my domain, I'm going to come to my cPanel at the top over here, and then I'm going to search for something we call WordPress Manager by Softaculous. I'm going to right click and open the link in a new tab. And once I open the link on a new tab, it's going to show me like all the various maybe websites that I've actually installed WordPress for. So I have, at the moment, I have 3 websites. We have this one, we have this one, we have this one. So we can actually create a new installation. So what I'll do to install WordPress, I'm going to click on install. And once I click on install, it's actually going to tell me to install WordPress on a domain name. So this is where you select how you want the website to look. That is the website's URL to look like. So but the most common one is HTTPS. HTTPS just means that your website is secure, and it has this simple padlock over here. You can see it over here, this one over here. So it just shows you that your website is secure. So you're going to give it like that. And maybe you can actually, once you do that, you can select maybe the domain that you want to have WordPress installed to. So we can have this one. And I'm going to give my website a name. We can give it my website. And I'm going to come again over here at the bottom and just give it like, maybe you can give it a site description. Just give it any name. Like maybe if you're in construction, you can give something like construction specialist. If you're in medical care, you can say professional medical care. This is something that you can actually use. Then I'm going to say this one is just a site description. And then I'm going to create a username. You can create a username, any that you prefer. We can say Elvis admin. And again, you can create a password over here. You can actually create a password, any password that you feel works with you. You can actually create any password, but it's important for you to use a password that is a bit strong. You can use something like that, and then you can have an administration email address. You can have maybe a domain email that is info@, or you can even use your own personal email address. So for me, I can use something like that. And when I'm done, now what I'm trying to do is to install WordPress into a local, into my domain name. I'm going to click on install. And once I click on install, it's going to take some time to install WordPress into that particular domain name, after which it's going to be accessible. So if I come and click on this part over here, and it takes me directly to, this one takes me directly to the WordPress dashboard, that is /WP admin. And as you can see, this is similar to this. This is actually similar to this. This one is WordPress on your local WordPress that is on your computer, and this one is WordPress installed on a domain name. So up to that point, are we together? We are following, yeah? Faiza Adir. Faiza. All right. We are together. We are together. John Mwangi. John. Tuko pamoja, eh? All right. Now this one is the WordPress. Actually, WordPress when it's installed onto a domain name, and then this is WordPress installed on a local host. Now to introduce you, because all these are the same, WordPress uses 2 things. It uses themes and plugins. So if I came over here and click on appearance, then click on themes, it's going to show me quite a number of themes that you can use for your website. And the themes are actually, they just give you an appearance. They give you an appearance of your website. And like a brief example, let's just go back directly. It's important I first introduce you to this. We have this part over here that is posts. And posts are actually blogs that you actually going to write on your website. So assuming I wanted to publish a blog, I want to write a blog. Maybe I want to say how you get started in maybe graphic design, how you get started in web design. I'm going to create a very simple blog, something like this. And when I want to create a blog, I just need to click on add new. And this is WordPress actually. This is how people create blogs using WordPress. So if anyone wanted to get started in blogging, they can use WordPress as a very versatile tool for the creation of blogs. So you're going to add your title over here. You can have your own title, how to write a blog, and then you have all the information that over here. This is where you add everything. You can add a paragraph. You can even add like images. You can even add like a gallery of images. This is actually something that you do in WordPress. And then when you're done, you just click on publish, and it's going to be published automatically. So once you publish your blog, it's actually automatically. So like for example, if I just like right click and open to view the post, it's going to show me how it looks like. So this one is how to write a blog. But currently, because the theme isn't very appealing, we have to really change it. So what I'll do is I'm going to come directly back again, click on that part. And this is where you manage each and everything about your blog. You can have the various categories, you have the various tags, everything about your particular blog is normally here. And then we have this part that is the media. Media is actually where you get all the various images, all the items that you're going to be using for your website. That is maybe at one point you wanted to use a particular image. Like let's say mostly I use images from this website called pexels.com. And it's actually a very good it's a very good image resource website where you can get images for free. These are images that you get for free on this website, and they're actually very good and very important when you want to create when you want to create a website using WordPress. Now, if I came to this website over here and got maybe an image that I'm interested in, I just need to download it, and it's going to come directly to maybe if I like. Let's just come to this part. You can open up any image and just download it as maybe. If it impresses you, you just need to select maybe the dimensions over here, and maybe you can select you want it as a small image because you don't want it to be so large, or a medium image, and then you just click on download the selected file size. So it's going to be automatically downloaded onto your PC. And then now what you do, because maybe you want to use that image, you just click on add new, and you can select it or you can drag it. So for me, I can show it on folder, and I can just drag it over here and just bring it over there. So this is where you upload all the various images, maybe logos, photos, maybe even custom text, documents. You upload them on this part that is called the media library. And then we have the pages. The pages are the various like maybe the various links that people have to click on. Like a brief example is a website that we had created over here. It's called japheticenterprises.co.ke. So the pages actually are represented very easily in WordPress because it showcases, like for example, we have the home page, we have the about us section, we have maybe the contact us page. So those are the various pages. Like this one is one page, this one is another page, this one is another page, this is another page again, and this is another page. So these are the various pages that you have on your website, and the pages are actually managed over here. These are the various pages that you have on your website are actually managed. Now, like if you wanted to create a new page, you just need to click on add new, and you just need to, like for example, if we clicked on add new, we can actually create a very simple page. We can give it up. We can give our page a name like home. Let me just change something over here. So can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. So like if I wanted to create a new page, remember, let me just go back again. You just need to click on add new, and maybe add the name of your, just click it, then add home, click on home. That is, give your page a name that is home, and then you just need to click on publish, and the page is actually going to be published automatically. So that is how you create pages in WordPress. Then comments is when someone maybe has a comment, they just leave it over here. And then we have the appearance, that is where we work on the themes. And the next part is the plugins, and plugins actually just allow you to maybe have extra functionality. So you can have all the various installed plugins on your website. They're normally over here. If you wanted to add a plugin, you just need to click on add new, and you can actually just come over here and search for any plugin. Like for example, you can search for a plugin on WhatsApp. So let's say we wanted to add WhatsApp to our website. You just need to search for that plugin, and maybe just click on install now. And once you install that particular plugin, you can actually automatically activate it. And when you activate it, like you can see, it's over here. And then you can actually, when you install a plugin, on this side over here, this left hand side, this is where you can come and check everything about that particular plugin. So like over here, it now prompts you to add the number that you want to use for WhatsApp. It asks you to fill a pre-filled message. We have a call to action, that is WhatsApp us, and all the various information about that particular plugin. Now, if we come back to all the installed plugins, you can actually come and maybe manage all the various plugins that you have. So like, for example, if I wanted to delete all these plugins, I just need to select over here, and then I'm going to come on bulk options, and then I'm going to click on delete or deactivate. So if I come and click on deactivate, it's going to deactivate all the various plugins automatically. And if I wanted to activate them all again, I'm just going to select all these, that is, click on this part, and then I'm going to click on activate, and then click on apply. So it's actually going to activate all the various plugins that I have installed. So if I come back again to plugins management, I can deactivate one plugin. I can just come and click on this and deactivate it, and it's going to be deactivated automatically. You can actually delete it, and it's going to directly be trashed and deactivated from your WordPress dashboard. You can deactivate these. But it's always important for you to remember that you can add a new plugin over here. You have all the various plugins that you can use for your WhatsApp. Not for WhatsApp, but for maybe the various functions you want on your website. Like maybe if you want to have forms, that is contact forms for your website, you just need to use a plugin by the name of WP Forms. And WP Forms actually allows you to create forms using drag and drop features. And it's actually very easy to do that using WordPress. You just need to click on install now. Now the next part that we have is users. When you have a WordPress dashboard, you have the various users that you have for your website. You can create, you can have quite a number of users. You can add a new user. You can give a user any name. You can just, maybe you can have someone, maybe like we can have James N. You can have their email over here. You can give them maybe the first name, the last name. You can give them a website, and then you generate a password, and then you just give them a role. This is where you give them, like maybe you can give a role, maybe a contributor, an author, maybe if you just want them to write blogs, an editor, or an administrator. The highest role in WordPress is administrator. So that's just a bit of that part. Then we have the various tools that you have for WordPress. They are normally over here. We have import functions, export functions, site health check, export personal data, but all these are not very important. But the next most important part is the settings part, where you manage each and every information about your website. So you can change your site title over here. You can change your tagline. You can change your URL, but it's important you leave it as it is. You can actually change your administration email address over here. And maybe if you want people to register onto your website, you have to check this. That is, anyone can register. And you can change your date format. You can change your time format. It's all up to you. Once you're done, you just need to click on save the changes, and they're going to actually be actualized immediately. Then we have the writing. Writing is, maybe it works mostly with the blogs, but this one is actually normally set and ready for you. Then we have reading. Reading is actually where you set maybe the home page and the post page. So like, we created a very simple page. We want to set it as a home page. You just need to click on select on it, and you can have maybe a post page. You can create a page and name it blog, and you're going to have, you can set it over here as your page, and then you can show that the blog page shows at most 10 posts and all the various information that is over here. Now the next part that is important is called permalinks, and permalinks is the URL structuring of everything on your WordPress website. It's always important for you to make sure that post name is checked, so that it shows you the name of the website / maybe about us. So that's how you use permalinks in WordPress. And I think with that, we are all set. That's just a bit of an introduction. So I didn't want this class to be so long, because it's important that we do something slowly by slowly. I'm going to show you how you give your website an appearance. That is a theme. So I'm going to delete the pages that I've created at the moment, and I'm going to move them all to trash and delete them. And even if you're using maybe this, that is local host, you can actually manage quite a number of things on your website. You can change the appearance. So feel free to go to this website, that is localwp.com, and download this resource. And then you can create a very simple WordPress website host. And pole, maybe introduce yourself to creating websites using WordPress. We are still together up to that point. All right. Now, because we've deleted, yes, ask a question, no problem. Hapo ndo naelekea. Hapo ndio naelekea. If you have a question, you just turn on your mic and just say I have a question. All right. Now, if we just come to appearance and themes, what we want to do is add a theme. So currently the themes are the ones that are default on WordPress. We have 2022, 2020, and 2021. So we need to click on add new, that is to add a new custom theme, so that we can import some demo data. So the theme that I've actually been advising my students to use is this theme by the name of OceanWP. So what you do is you click on install, and it's actually going to install that particular theme onto that domain name. It's the same case if you're using this, that is a local host. You just need to come and click on add new, and you just need to come and select the domain that maybe the theme that you want to use. For now, it's OceanWP. It's as easy as that. It's the same thing actually. So once it's done, you just need to click on activate. And once you activate, it's actually now going to have installed that particular theme onto your domain name. And it's something very easy to do. So once you're done, OceanWP normally asks for a few things. That is, you install a plugin it's a mandatory plugin, a plugin. Remember, we introduced ourselves to plugins, and plugins just give you extra functionality when creating your website. So to gain some extra features, you need to install this plugin, that is install and activate Ocean Extra. It's a default plugin that is needed in WordPress. And so once you install, it's going to install and activate. And you can skip this. So once you're done with that, you just need to come and onto this part, you just need to come and look to install some demos. So demos actually just allow you to create your website easily. So assuming you want to do blogs, you can install this one. If you are a photographer, you install this one. But the one that you're going to be using is called Lawyer, this theme. So you can live preview that themes to see how it looks like. And it's a very good theme that you can use when you want to create a website in WordPress. So it's actually how it looks like. You can scroll down and see all the various things that this theme has. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come directly. As you can see, it has a few pages. These are the various pages that we have over here. As you can see, we have the home page, practice areas, attorneys, frequently asked questions, that stands for FAQ, and then we have the news and contact us. And then we have a hamburger menu over here that just showcases the date, the calendar basically. So what I'll do is I'm going to click on import. And as you can see, it asks me to install some plugins over here. We have to install Ocean Social Sharing. We have to install that. Then we have to install this plugin by the name of Elementor. Elementor is a page builder. Kevin has asked that question. That is Elementor. Elementor is a page builder. And if you have knowledge on how to use Microsoft Office Word, you can easily use Elementor. Then again, you can install this plugin, that is WP Forms. It's required for you to create your website using when using this theme. It's the same case. If you're using that is a local host, you just need to activate and proceed on with the same steps. It's very easy for you. Instead of having to purchase a domain, you just need to click on install and activate Ocean Extra, and you proceed on with the steps as you've seen on that part. So what I'll do now, after I've installed and activated all these, I'm going to click on go to the next step, and it asks me to install XML data, customize the settings. We have widgets, and we have the contact form. So I'm going to click on install this demo, and it takes a few minutes to load up and install everything about that website. So just be patient kidogo. So any questions up to that point? Be okay. All right. If you have any question, feel free to ask the question. And again, I'm recording these sessions. So in any case, if maybe you feel that maybe you'll need some information, this one is going to be uploaded. I'm going to have it on my YouTube channel. I think that would be good. See, that will work, right? All right. Now, if as you can see, it's actually already been imported. So if we click on see the result, we want to see how the website looks like at the moment. So it's actually imported that demo. That is the demo data, and as you can see, it's set. This is now what you have as your website, and now you can change all these to fit the website that you want to create. So if you wanted to create a business website, you can actually import this demo data and now change all the things that you want to do. So like for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to come and click on pages, and it's going to show me all the various pages that I have on that website. And as you can see, they've already been added. They've actually been created automatically and they've been added onto my website. So there's one thing I wanted to introduce to you. It's called Elementor. Elementor is a very powerful page builder that is used in WordPress. It's actually the best page builder that you can ever use when creating a website in WordPress. So anytime you create a page, if you come to pages, all the various pages, we have the home page. This one is the front page. As you can see, it's named over here and it's been created using Elementor. So if you come and click on editor, you can actually see the various things about that page. That is maybe how it, maybe the URL structure and some functions. But it's important to understand that if you want to edit that page, you have to use Elementor. So you just need to come and click on edit with Elementor. And after you do that, it's going to actually take you to the Elementor page builder that basically allows you to tweak a few things about the website. So first thing, we're going to recreate the kit. And we're just going to come directly over here and then recreate kit. So if we go back, we refresh again. Let's see whether it's going to open up. So it's actually going to open up. So it's going to open up Elementor, which is the page builder that you're going to be using for in the creation of this website. And as you can see, this is what you have now as Elementor. And Elementor is something very good. Like if I just hover onto this part, you can actually come and delete all these, and then you can just change the name. This is something very good when you want to create a website. As you can see, we've not coded anything. We've just changed a few things. Now this is Elementor. Elementor is a very powerful and versatile page builder. In this part, Elementor works with sections and columns. So like for example, this is what we have over here. This is a section, and the section, actually you can tweak a few things about the section. You can change the content width, that you can adjust the width. You can actually adjust the minimum height to maybe something that you prefer. You can actually set maybe column positions at the top. You can actually set the columns position in the middle. You can have vertical align, middle. You can set maybe the height to something like fit to screen. That is, it fills the screen. You can set to minimum height. It's all up to you. But you can set to fit to screen so that doesn't become so large. Now with a section, you can actually edit the background, because if you click over here and then you come and click on style, you can change the image that maybe you have over here. You can actually choose a different image. So what you need to do is upload an image. So I'm going to come to this website, that is Pexels. I'm going to search for an image on Office, and maybe let's say we decide to use like this one. So I'm going to download a particular size. So maybe I'm going to download as a medium, then download the selected file size. And if I come back to Elementor, I can just show in this image on a folder, and then I'm going to drag it over here and drop it over there. And once I'm done, I'm going to click on insert media. And as you can see, the image has automatically been changed. That's how you work with Elementor. And again, if like this one is a title and it's within a column. So if you click on edit column, you can click on style. After you click on style, you can change the color of these. You can even change to any color. You can select a color palette. You can adjust the opacity over here. This is where you adjust the opacity of that color. So you can actually have a different color. You can have such a color. You can even work with a different color. You can have a darker color. You can change the opacity. You can even work with anything. Again, after you finish that, you can come and click on the text, this part over here, and then click on style. And you can change the text color to maybe any color that you prefer. You can even change to like maybe be something like that. You can change it to a yellow color. The typography you can even change maybe to a different font. And actually Elementor uses some of the various fonts that you find on there's a website called Google Fonts. Google Fonts. And Google Fonts is a repository for fonts that have actually been created by Google. And you're going to find a lot of these fonts on WordPress. So like we have this font by the name of Roboto, quite a number of fonts. And actually even web developers who use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, React, they just come to this part when they want fonts. But with Elementor, you just come and search for the fonts that you want to use. So let's say we decide to use Roboto, you just search for Roboto and we select it. You can actually adjust the size of that, maybe the size of the text. You can adjust it. You can change the weight to maybe something like 500. You can change to 400. You can actually change to anything. You can even change the style. Maybe you can even have, you can capitalize it. That is, have each first letter as a capital. You can actually have everything in uppercase. Again, you can have everything in lowercase. Again, you can have everything in normal. That is in a normal kind of a format. So that's the power of using Elementor. Like an example, this one is a button over here. And if you wanted to have maybe like this button to that particular link. So let's say you want to have that button directing you to a particular link. So we can have it as directing us to the contact us page. You just need to right click and then you're going to copy the link address and you come and delete this hashtag and then you paste that link over there. And you can set the link. You can set the link with one option to open in a new window. That is, when someone clicks this, it's going to open this window without closing the current window. So if we click on update, it's actually going to update the various changes that we've made. And if we click on this part that is preview the changes, it's going to open up the website. And like if we just come and click on contact our attorneys, it's going to take us directly to the contact us page. So that's the power of using Elementor to create websites using WordPress. And Elementor is a page builder in WordPress. There's another page builder by the name of WP. We have WP Bakery page builder, and we still have another one called Beaver. So all these tools are very powerful when creating websites using WordPress. And now, again, I'm going to introduce you to the various elements that you can add using Elementor. Elementor has both the premium tools and the basic tools. But for now, mostly because you don't need all the various tools, you just need to use these basic tools. And we have first is an inner section. Like for example, if I wanted to create another section, I'm just going to select this, and then I'm going to drag it over here. And with that, you get a section. This is what you get as a section. So you can have this section, and maybe you want to have another one. You just right click and duplicate, and you have an extra section over here. So that's how you use Elementor to. It's actually a very good drag and drop tool. Now you can actually have a heading. You can drag this, just drag it over here, and you have a heading. You just need to have a title. You can just set maybe the title. You can say my new heading. And as you can see, you have it over there. Then you can select the style. You can select the text color. You can just select it over here. And maybe you can even increase the size of that particular text. You can just increase the size easily. It's always something very good when using Elementor. Now, Kelvin, Kilon, are we good up to that point? Are we? Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You have the first thing is lazima ukume install a theme. You have to have a theme already installed, because without a theme, you don't have the appearance of the website, which dictates when your website inafaa kukaa. You understand now, eh? That's the thing, eh? So Elementor, that's actually what it really entails. You have all the various sections that you have over here. You can have an image. You can drag an image, and you can just choose your image, and maybe you can select this and insert media. It's as easy as that. So if you look at the various elements, you have the text editor, you have text. If you want to embed a video, you just drag and drop. If you want to have a button, you just drag and drop. And maybe select your button. You can actually come and click over here and style it. Then you can come and select the color maybe you want to use. You can actually set a different color. But when it comes to professional web design, you have to select an absolute color. Like for example, this is a website that we created for a client. And we actually had to use the specific colors according to what the client dictated. As you can see, the logo has two colors, two main colors. We have this blue and this kind of a light green. So we had to use the colors that client decided to have maybe inputted on the website. And this website actually has been created using WordPress. And as you can see, we have a contact us form here. So you have your information, you can have maybe what you're interested in. And when you leave a comment, the client is actually going to get your query. And you have the various pages over here. That is what maybe the client does, our core values, some information about that particular company. So, sorry about that. So I think that's mostly everything about the website. So like Elementor, you can change a thing or two about the website. But what I was mentioning is sorry. Now haina shida. Now, with Elementor, you have to make sure that maybe if you're creating a logo, maybe if you're creating a website, you first have to understand what someone needs. Like, I wouldn't create a website. You told me your theme colors are maybe yellow and maybe something like purple, and then you start finding some red colors. You know, you have to make sure that you have a branding guideline. And that's the importance of selecting colors for a website. Now, if you come over here again for the elements, you have quite a number of elements. We have Google Maps, we have an icon, and then we have WP forms. Those are the things that you're going to be using mostly. Then we have this divider over here. So we just drag it over there. You can come and click on style and select a color. You can select a color that you want to use. You can adjust the weight. You can actually adjust the weight of that particular the divider itself. And then you can add a gap or reduce the gap. So that's how you use Elementor. To have maybe a divider. Then you have a spacer. Maybe if you wanted to add some space, you just need to drag it over there. It's blank, but it just showcases how you can add spaces for your website. So that's Elementor. So like we have this section over here. So like assuming we wanted to have an extra section at the top, I'm just going to click on this part, that is add section. And on this widget area, I'm going to click on add new section. And maybe I can select the section with 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, and we have the various sizes. So like let's select that, and we can come and click on this section over here, that is edit the section. These dots stand for edit section, and I can come and click on the advanced tab for a start. And what I'll try to do is set something we call a padding, and a padding is space on the left, on the right, at the top, and at the bottom. So you can set a padding of 20. And when you set it like that, you can actually now maybe come and click again over here and style the background. You can have a different color. Maybe you can even have like maybe a color like blue. So you can have something like that. Again, you can still have an image as a background. So you can come and click on background again, and we can choose an image. We can use any image. We're going to use this for now, and then you're going to insert the image. And you can click on edit section again. And when you click on edit section, you can come and select the layout and the height. You can set the height to maybe something like minimum height. And as you can see, you have something like that. Then you can set to fit screen or any that you prefer. You can set the minimum height, maybe adjust it to something smaller that you prefer. So that's how basically you edit a section. And then for the style again, you can come and click on background overlay. And click on this part that is on the classic part tab, and you can select a different color, maybe something like that. And if you come at the bottom over here, you can adjust the opacity. You can increase the opacity or reduce the opacity. Now after you've created a section, you can actually, now this is where you add the various things about the website. Maybe you can have an image, so you can come and drag the image over there, and you can choose an image, like maybe any image that you prefer to use. We can have something like that. So you're going to insert the media over there, and after that, on this section, maybe you can have something like a heading, so you can drag the heading tool over there, style it, then select maybe a white background, and again you can come and select these and maybe drag the text editor over here. And with this, you can actually again come again and style and maybe change the color to something like a different color. You can have like that as our color. And finally, maybe to add something, you can have something like a button where maybe when someone clicks on this, it takes them to maybe a particular page. Maybe you can have this one as a read more. And at the top over here, you can come, maybe you had a page on about us. This one you can maybe like copy the link address, maybe come to your page over here again, and maybe attach that particular link. You can have the link options as maybe open it as a new window. So you're going to have something like that very easy in Elementor. Now Elementor actually allows you to view the website in the various devices. First of all, currently it's showing in desktop. Then we have the tablet mode, and then we have the mobile phone mode. So because when creating a website, you have to consider all the users of a particular website. It has to be responsive, and responsiveness is how the website appears in all devices, that is mobile, tablet, and desktop. So when you're creating a website, you have to make sure that you have those in mind. So like for example, you can see like maybe this text is quite large. You can just come in the typography, and what you can do is just adjust it so that it looks good and it looks maybe formal when someone is using a phone. So that's how you check on responsiveness of your website. And once you're done, you just need to click on update, and it's actually going to update and make sure that your changes have actually been actualized. So that's this is what we've actually done. This is a brief introduction on the same. So on your own free time, I'd like you to install this software by the name of Loco. You have to download it, and once you download it, now go install WordPress on your PC using the software itself. Just follow the procedures as it takes you through, and maybe click on install demos. I'd advise you to start with the theme by the name of the theme itself, that is OceanWP, and you can import a demo. For me, I'll advise you to import this demo and try to recreate the whole website itself using the page builder Elementor. Now actually, if like we have these pages, we have all the various pages over here. Sorry, let me just go back to my former website. So I can just hover onto this part, click on dashboard, and it's going to take me directly to the dashboard of my website. So if I come and click on all the pages, I can see all the various pages that I have on my website. So you can come and click on maybe like this page we have over here, that is attorneys. You just need to click on edit, and once you click on it, you can adjust some few things. You can even rename this to maybe something else. You can actually adjust it and rename it to something like about us. And again, you come and change the permalink. You just need to change it to about us. And once you're done, you just need to click on update. So if I come to my website again, if I just hover onto this and open the link in a new tab, now I'm going to see that the name should actually be changed. And as you can see, it's already been changed. That is the About Us section. Now, for us to finalize so that we close these for the day, we have something else that is very important when creating your website using WordPress. It's called the Customizer tool. The Customizer tool allows you to customize a few features on your website, that is colors, typography, menus, and some few things on your website. So this is the Customizer tool. It allows you to edit your header. It allows you to maybe select the colors, and this one is a bit of a large section. And like if you click on site identity, you have the name of your website, the site, maybe the tagline of your website, and then you can have an icon over here. That is the icon that appears over here. An icon is something like this one that you're seeing over here. You can have your icon set over here. Then if you just go back again, menus, these are the various menus. So this one is like a menu. And then if you scroll down here, we have this one. This one is another menu. So we have the main menu at the top, and then we have the footer menu. Then we have widgets. Widgets are mostly this has widgets. So this one is the footer widget. So this is where you come and adjust the information that you want to change on on that particular widget, which is the text. You can even adjust these. You can adjust these. You can adjust this. So feel free to work around with all this. Now, if we go back again, we have the homepage settings where you set the page that you want to be the homepage and the page that you want to be set as the blog page. Now, by default, WordPress actually sets the blog page as the default homepage. So it's important for you to change that. Then you have this part on typography. You can change the text. You can actually change the text. Sorry, I've just clicked cancel mistakenly. So I'm going to click customize again. And remember, these tools are actually all the same when you're using local WordPress host. That is when using localwp.com. So now, like if I come directly to the homepage settings, so let me just try and come and click on, we have typography. So we have the general settings. Let me just go back. For the body, we can set maybe a different font. Maybe we can have something like Roboto. And as you can see, it's going to automatically be changed. So if I come back again, all the headings, maybe we can set the headings title to be something like Roboto Slab. You can have something like that. And as you can see, it's already been changed. So that's how you change maybe the fonts. And then if we go back again, we can actually change a few things. For the headings, feel free to change all that. For the logo, for the top bar, main menu, you can change the font for that. So you can change it to something like Roboto Slab. And as you can see, it's automatically changed. Then over here, you can adjust the size, you can adjust the spacing, anything that you want to do in your website. So you have to publish the changes once you're done. And again, look at all these various parts on typography. Now we come back to the general options. We have the general styling. That is the custom colors. You can have maybe custom colors that you want to use. So maybe you can have a custom color. You can have a different color. This is where you set the colors that you want to use. So you can have like that one. We have the hover primary color. You can have like that one. So feel free to work around with all these. And once you select a color, it's important that you note its code. Like if you click on general styling, it's important that for you remember, you can save these. Save this code over here so that maybe when you're doing changes in Elementor, you just need to use that. Now, all these things are actually everything that you need to customize on your website. We have the header. And for the header, this is where you adjust the logo. So if you click on this part, you can remove the logo and change it to a different logo. Feel free to play around with these. Then you have the menu. For now, just leave it as it is. Maybe you want to have like, or maybe when someone hovers onto that part, like the menus, the link color is this one is the color, and then when someone hovers onto it, you can have like this color. So if, as you can see, if I hover onto it, you have this as the effect. So again, if I just have like something like this one is all the functions on drop down styling, all which you can look at. But for now, it's important to just understand how to work with pages and the menus and everything on the website. So that's how you change your logo. And again, you can have the top bar. This is a top bar. You can come and click on general. You can enable the top bar or disable it. So for now, I've disabled it, and you can still enable it. So feel free to play around with all that. And I think with that, that is going to work for you. Then you have the footer bottom that is down here. You don't want to have this information. You can delete it, all of it, and change it to something that you want, or you can actually do away with it completely. That's how you customize the website. So it's important for you to look at all these things about customizing your website step by step. Start from this part, that is site identity, menus. Then you go to widgets, that is all the various widgets that you have over here. And then you have homepage settings, then you have typography, then you have colors. That's how you're going to actually customize your website. Now, this is that has been a brief introduction into WordPress. And for anyone who wants to start creating a website using WordPress, it's actually something very valuable. So like a WordPress website, if you charge maybe between a range of 25,000 to 40,000 shillings for a website, and you have a delivery time of like 10 days, that's some good money. Ama, what will you say yourself? Is it something worth investing into or something getting into? Yes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, elezea. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. You see? You know, ni kitu important. Like for me, I'm going to show you what I do myself. Huh? Me, I also sell my services on Upwork. Eh? And I also sell my services pia on a platform inaitwa Gigi. On Gigi, I sell the web design services. As you can see, this is my profile on Gigi. And I have quite a number of services. I started using Gigi like 3 years ago. And like I sell services. Like as you can see, we have e-commerce website solutions. So if someone told me I want you to edit my website, my WordPress website, I'm going to charge them 10,000 shillings just to edit your website. And it's something very easy. Like there's a client I was creating for a website hapa. It's a drop shipping website. It's called Valuable Arena. And this website is created totally on WordPress. And I was telling someone and they weren't believing in the power of WordPress because WordPress kuna venye inakuanga underrated. But the power of WordPress is actually known. As you can see, this is a dropshipping website. So what the guy does is that he's going to get products from AliExpress. Maybe the product costs 18 USD. And now what he's going to do is that he's going to bring them to his website and then he's going to charge like 40 USD for that product. And once a client buys, there's a plugin from WordPress that is going to fulfill that order automatically and is going to ship that product to the client. So the Jama is making money, passive income using such a website. So you can still create some things like this. And it's very easy to use WordPress. And as you've seen, by the way, you don't need any programming knowledge to use WordPress. Ama, what do you think? Yes. Share your screen. Share your screen. All right. No problem. And while if you have a question, if you have something that you want to suggest. We want to close these by 9:15. Time is it's important for us. John, yes, Sema. Yes, John. Uh-huh. 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 Hapana, inakujanga kwa ile email yenye umeset. Ukiset email ya Gmail itakuja kwa Gmail automatically. Umeshika? Alright. Kevin, there is a hapa chini, kuna mahali hapa chini, there is a beside there is a hand, kuna mahali hapa. You just need to click that and then you select the window ama you select your entire screen. Do that. Yes, window. You can select everything on your site. Just select your entire window. Yeah. Mimi naona. Other people mnaona? Maureen. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Yes, I can see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. iko hizo ni mzuri sana but this is very good, congratulations. uh, uh-huh. Good, hiyo ni sawa. Now I think that's a very good thing, by the way. So let me resume my presentation. So when creating websites using WordPress, there's a website that is used inaitwa themeforest.net. Themeforest.net allows you to get premium WordPress themes. So if you just come and select WordPress and maybe select a theme like maybe let's say e-commerce, you're going to get a ton of themes on the same. And actually, at the moment, I'm creating a website for a client, an e-commerce website. Now, the website itself is going to cost me only 4,000 shillings to buy hosting, and I'm charging the client 30,000 shillings. So, no, niko na 27,000 profit. You get that? So, and actually, the delivery time is like 10 days. So, basically, inamaanisha that you're making like 2,700 in a day. Sindio? What if you did like 3 or 4 websites in a month? So, you're set. Uliniambia you're a student. Yes. Now, you told me that, I remember. Now, Manase Kaguru anauliza YouTube channel ya Elvis ni ipi? I'll attach the link, but if you just go to YouTube, let me just open up YouTube. I had a YouTube channel that I created in 2015 back then when I was joining Campo. And it's not been very active. It has not been very active. So the YouTube channel is Elvis Warotumo. So if you open up the channel, not this one. It's not this one. Let me switch my account. This one. It's Elvis W. Almost the same thing. Elvis W. And it doesn't have much already. But what I'll do is that I'll upload content on these YouTube channel so that we can actually share ideas on the same. Let me just open up the account itself. I think I have 323 subscribers. Yes. So this is the account itself. So I'll upload a video that is some content over here on this actually live class so that you can share it with maybe individuals. But this is actually my YouTube channel. So I'll upload the content over there. Now, before we close up, I want us to wind up. I'd like us to have these sessions occasionally, so that we can share ideas. And if WordPress is very impactful for anyone, because if you were to create a website in WordPress, when you become a pro, maybe when you're an amateur, it's going to be a problem for you creating a website because it could take you like 3-5 days or even a week. But when you become a pro, you can even create a website in 2 days, less than 2 days, and you'll have earned some good money. So first of all, when you want to make money with WordPress, you can actually go to Upwork and then you sell your services. I was at ThemeForest. ThemeForest is a premium themes. This is where you buy premium themes. I actually get some of my themes over here. And remember, anytime you're buying a theme on ThemeForest, you have to charge that client. But sometimes because it's very expensive, kuna hizi websites, obviously lazima kukue na websites za black market zenye mtu anaenda kupata themes. So you can still use these particular websites and they can actually do good for you. So creating an e-commerce website, if someone tells you I need an e-commerce website, how much is it going to cost? You just give them a quote. You don't usiende below 25,000 shillings. Do 25,000, then you tell the budget for hosting is 4,000 shillings. And then you have like 21,000 to work with. And then probably in time, I'm going to be giving you all the themes that I have. I have quite a number of themes actually on WordPress. So let me just open up one of my folders over here. I have quite a number of themes. These are the various themes that I have on WordPress. And if anyone was interested in me, I'll send you these themes for free. I'm not going to charge you anything. And these are themes that you can actually use to create websites. So like if you look at this one, these are very good theme that you can use when creating a website. And inafanya kazi vizuri sana because all you need to do is add to cart, buy now. It gives you very good functionality. So that's just been an introduction into WordPress. For you to practice, use the website localwp.com and it's going to help you to slowly get yourself introduced into WordPress. Now, in time, we're going to be creating websites practically. But if maybe someone was interested in getting into my full course, the full course is on my website, that is elvisw.online. And let me just open it up. Just a minute. Up to that point, is there anyone who has a question? If someone enrolls for the classes, will we be given a free software? No, WordPress is actually free. What you can get from my classes is that you're going to get the free themes. You're going to get the themes freely, and the theme, like one theme, is going to cost you like 5k, but I'm going to give them freely to you. Now this is my website. If you click on Learn and click on Learn Web Design, it's going to take you directly to mostly it's going to ask you to log in. When you log in, you have access to the full course itself. Icona content, as you can see, we have the introduction to the course, WordPress dashboard, working with WordPress, and then creating your website. So this one is the main part, and classes are still being added. So anyone who is interested, the enrollment it's still going on. There are quite a number of students. We have 27 enrolled students at the moment. So if you're interested, just contact me. You can click on this WhatsApp chat button over here, and we can have a chat. Now that's a bit of an introduction. Now, how does WordPress compare to Wix? WordPress is more superior than Wix. Wix is a bit on the lower side because it gives you smaller and extra. It's not as development oriented as WordPress is. WordPress is actually very powerful, very powerful. So I wouldn't compare Wix now WordPress. Wix in a idea, like if you're a beginner, if you don't know how to create a website and you use Wix, it's going to create a website easily for you. But with WordPress, you have to understand a few things about creating websites. So Kingsley Maura, I hope I've answered your question. So anyone else with a question? Anyone? Good. I think we can. Yes, Esther. Esther, ask your question. Esther, ask your question. We are listening. Yes, I can hear you, Esther. Yes. Yes. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem, actually. Here, you can just pay any amount that you feel works with you. Just pay it first, then ingine unalipa baadaye. Yeah. All right, karibu. Now, I think, Esther, you've raised your hand again, Ama. All right, all right. I think with all that, we are all good. And so thank you for all who've actually been on these simple webinar. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's a free part. So most of all, if you follow, yes, Manasseh Kaguru has a question. Manasseh, feel free. Yes, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes. No, this one actually. What is the process of machine yako ni kwa gani? Good. Hiyo ni enough. RAM iko na 4 ama 8. Good. That's still workable. This one doesn't. The only software zenye zinatakanga RAM ni kitu kama Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator. Manase, your machine meets the requirements. Hiyo hata haina shida. You know, mostly this one is done on the internet. Actually, Duoco. A machine that is a Duoco can also work. Yes, yes. All right. Now, to all those who've been on the platform, Asante, I appreciate all of you. I do have a WhatsApp group on that is basically everything that I do. So feel free to text me if you're interested in joining. It's important that we all have a platform that we can share and disseminate information. So thank you each and every one of you, from Alfred Mirera all the way to Mutinda. Thank you so much, and I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, please consider following up and maybe join our classes. It's always interesting to share information on the same. And in future, we have Adobe Photoshop classes, because it's important for you to also understand how to use Photoshop in resizing images, doing color correction, and all the various things. And you can actually get started in freelancing very easily. Now, I think at that point, I want to end the webinar. And in any case, if you have questions, my number is actually, I share the group link. Let me just open up the WhatsApp, actually, for the WhatsApp group, so that we can all join. I'm going to send it over here so that you can actually join. Let me open up. Let me just open up in a few minutes. You're most welcome, Esther. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Thank you, everyone, for being on the live. Actually, let me just share the group link so that you can all join. Let me copy the link. So I'm going to copy the link. So there is the link. For anyone who's interested in joining, please join through that link. You can click on it and join the classes. Okay, it's a discussion. Yeah, and I think from time, you're welcome, Manasseh. Karibu, Manasseh, yeah. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Feel free to follow up on some more information that I'm going to be sharing. Thank you so much. And has everyone clicked on that link and joined? I understand there are a few members who are actually already on the group. We have Pfizer, we have Maureen. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Kama you're in the group, but Kingsley, all the various individuals who have already been there. Good. We took Osawa. Has everyone joined? Has everyone joined? All right. All right. I think that's all okay. Well, thank you for the time, and we hope to create another session soon enough so that we can share more information on WordPress. Make sure that you download the software local and practice how to create websites. It's something that could be some good income for yourself, and you can get started in your freelance journey today. Thank you so much, everyone. Asanteni sana. May God bless you, and have a good night. Aye. Aye. Aye.